Here's Tim Johnson and Kayleen Portery. With Hoskins and Candace Ferris. Curtis Trout and Marie Hanna. Chris Chappell and Ireland Baker, who sang during the ceremony. Anthony Quinterno and Jim Julian. Here's Ryan Portery and Allie Ronfeld. For bridesmaid all the way in Hawaii who we're thinking about. Make some noise so she can hear you. Crystal Shaw. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and help me welcome your guest of honor, Mr. and Mrs. Travis Johnson.
I first want to start by thanking everybody. And it means a lot to us and everybody that helped out this wedding and that was there supporting us both through the last couple months. And you're still here even though we had a schedule. And I couldn't be happier that Alyssa's my wife. And have a good time. Drink a lot of whiskey.
Met Alyssa through her sister Kayleen, and my buddy was dating Kayleen at the time, and I kept asking Kayleen if she had any sisters because I thought Kayleen was cool. And a couple years later, Alyssa came over for our barbecue a couple times. We had already known about each other for a year or two, and she came over a couple times, and then I asked her out on a date, and that's how we met. That's how it started.
Actually had to cancel our first date because he got held on at the station, and then once the date actually happened, he picked me up from my grandpa's house and he brought a big bouquet of beautiful flowers, and I think he was really nervous to meet my grandpa, but it was adorable. And we went to dinner at the Willow, and then we went for a drive around Nevada City because I was new to the area. And then after that, he took me out to Greenhorn, and we sat out there for hours. He pulled out a bottle of 7 Deadly Zins, which was kind of classy, and then he pulled out the plastic wine glasses, which is not so classy, but like perfect for us. And we sat out there for a really long time. It was perfect.
Who made the first move? I don't remember exactly who made the first move. I'm guessing probably her. I want to say it was probably me, but I'm guessing it was her.
I mean, Travis probably made the first move for everything. He is the one that asked for my number, and he's the one that got in touch with me and asked me on a date. And I don't specifically remember the first time he held my hand, but I definitely remember the first time we kissed, and that was all Travis. So.
me to Alyssa was she's beautiful, first of all, and then just her kindness towards everybody. She's just a sweet person and very fun and outgoing and funny. And I think those things are first what attracted me to Alyssa.
I mean, at first I was obviously physically attracted to Travis, which is funny because the first time I met him, like in person, was when we showed up at the Rock, which was the house that he lived at. And I think he was wearing like overalls without a shirt and his cowboy boots. And just, I don't know if he was laying on the couch in his sleeping bag that time, or if this was the time that he was outside gardening, but both times he was wearing pretty much the same outfit. And for whatever reason, I found that really attractive. And then since then, and I've gotten to know him, it's his sense of humor. He just makes me laugh constantly. I could be so frustrated with him, and then he just gives me a look or he does something, and I can't be mad. I just start cracking up. So I was a complete nag about asking Travis when we were going to get married. I think I knew really early on that we were going to get married, so I definitely, would look up rings and leave them on the computer and think I was being sly, but I really wasn't. And so there were quite a few times where I thought that the proposal would be coming, but it didn't. And we were together for 2 years. He actually proposed to me on our 2-year anniversary, which actually also happens to be my grandma's birthday. And he did that by recreating our first date. So we went to the Willow, and then he took me to Greenhorn, and we were drinking wine, and which he probably needed because he was terrified, I could tell. And he told me at one point that he wanted to take a picture, so he went in the truck, and I thought he was getting his camera, but I guess that's when he got the ring, and he stuck it in his sweatshirt pocket. But I was really cold, so I kept tugging him, and I guess he was just super terrified that I was going to stick my hands in his pocket. So he kind of anxiously was like, "I love you, you're my best friend, you want to get married?" And that was it, but it was so perfect, and it was so Travis, and he was just really nervous that I think I was going to find out before he got the chance to even ask me.
Her biggest complaint of me would probably, there's a few. I snore. She doesn't like that. Sometimes I leave stuff around the house after she's cleaned the house, and she doesn't like that. It's a pretty long list, but those are two that I know she'll probably agree with me on.
Travis has no complaints of me because I'm an angel.
Alyssa always takes care of me, no matter what. If I need something, I know that she's there, no matter what it is or what time. If I need something dropped off at work, or if I've had a hard day, she's always there for me.
I love how loyal Travis is. I mean, he's shown me his loyalty, from the very beginning, but it's not just me, it's every relationship that he has. If you have a friend in Travis, you have a friend for life, and I think that he's just pretty amazing.
My favorite trait of Alyssa's is probably her smile in her eyes and just her overall kindness towards everybody. And she's the most sincere person that I've ever met, and it shows through with everybody she talks to. I'm the better cook in the relationship. She cooks healthier food, but I think it's hands down I'm the better cook.
Travis is a better cook. I'm actually not a bad cook at all, and I enjoy cooking, but he's definitely way better, especially when it comes to barbecuing.
I'm definitely the better driver. Just take one look at her car and you'll see why.
Travis is the better driver for sure. I'm horrible. I probably shouldn't be allowed to drive actually, but yeah.
Life without Alyssa for me would be completely different if she wasn't in my life. I'd probably be drunk a lot. She keeps me in line. I'd probably be doing a lot more crazy things, which I probably shouldn't be doing. My house would definitely not be as clean as it is.
My life would be so boring without Travis. He lights up every day for me. He's so much fun. And he makes me, I just don't have to worry about things. It's so nice, actually, not having to know how to do everything. I had lived on my own for so long and been so independent, and with him I don't have to be. And it's really, really refreshing. That's what he's for. So the most romantic thing that Travis has ever done for me. I don't know if this is the most romantic, but this was pretty up there, and he's probably going to kill me. But one night we went for a drive after dinner, and then we just went to Bridgeport, and it was before the covered bridge was closed. So we walked to the middle of it, and Travis pulled out his phone and started playing. He was really going to hate me. He started playing NSYNC, God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You, and he asked me to dance, and we danced in the middle of the bridge to that song. And I just thought that was so romantic, and one of my favorite memories for sure.
The most romantic thing Alyssa has done is she's always surprised me with cards and notes, and just always telling me how much she loves me in various different ways, and she's always surprising me with those.
Recovery, he just took care of me, and he loved me through it, and he let me know that everything was going to be okay, and it was temporary, and I wouldn't always feel this way. But just the things he did for me in the hospital, for example. I mean, he made sure that I was getting my medications on time, which was almost every hour probably. I mean, he watched Friends with me at 3 o'clock in the morning because I have no concept of time at all. And he would have to help me go to the bathroom because I couldn't wait for the nurses, and he just took care of me. I mean, I remember him just standing up for me and insisting that he be in the room every day that I had to have a chest x-ray because, they hurt me so bad the first couple of times that he actually refused to listen to the text when they came in. It was like, actually, I'm going to move her. And he took care of me, and the year afterwards, I know it wasn't easy for him, but he never let me know that, ever. He was just there for me. And he loved me. So.
And that was one of the hardest times that I've ever gone through, is seeing somebody that I love and care about so much be in so much pain and not in a good spot. And I made a commitment to her that I would be by her side and help her out in whatever way I could. And that was definitely one of the hardest things that I've ever had to go through. It was hard getting time off work and going back and forth from San Francisco and sleeping in the parking garage. But I wasn't going to not be there, so I owed that to her. message that I'd want to give to Alyssa if something happened would just know that how much I love her and care about her, and I can't picture her not in my life. And she makes me the happiest guy in the world, and I'm just trying to return that every day to her. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you, and I think each day we'll find a way to make it our own, and I can't wait to see what the future brings.
Trav, I don't know if you'll ever truly understand the depth of my gratitude for the love and support that you've shown me throughout our life together. But I hope that I've made you feel as special and as loved as you've made me feel. You've been my best friend, my rock, and the love of my life. And you'll forever be in my heart. I love you more than anything in the world.
Hi everyone, this is so nice to be here and have everybody here together again in this gorgeous facility. This is the 4th time that I've done this, and the 2nd time here. Thank you all for being here. I promised to make this kind of short and sweet, so when I first started thinking about what I was going to say, I thought what I should do is start at the beginning. So, when Karen was pregnant with Alyssa, I remember that there was really only one name for her. We kind of looked, we considered some other names, but she was always going to be Alyssa. And the funny thing about that, though, is that as she grew up, she collected a ton of nicknames. And thank you, Karen, for helping me, because there are a lot of them. There was Bug and Pooh and Lissa and Lissa Lou and Lulu Bug and Ascilla, but I think her sisters did that one, right? For me, it's always been Lou. I rarely refer to her as Alyssa when I'm looking or talking to her. You know? I know there's a lot in between, and she did a lot in her pre-college days, you know, in her youth. But when she went off to college, I was working in a job that took me up and down California. And I remember those times that I was able to visit her when she was in college. And I'd sleep on the couch, and she'd show me around the towns that she was living in. And that was really, really a special time for me. It really was. I got to spend time with her that I didn't normally get to spend. When she came back from college, she really took charge of her life. When she met Travis, and we got to know him better, I realized it was obvious how comfortable they were together. And then she started researching alternatives for her back. And what I remember most was, or what I remember about that was, she was so resolute. But the thing I remember most, Alyssa, was your courage to have another operation. During the weeks of recovery at the hospital, Karen and I watched Travis and he stayed by her side without fail. I gained a huge amount of respect for you, Travis. And I knew at that time that you were in it for life. I really did. A couple of months ago, the roles were reversed, and I saw courage in Travis, and I saw Alyssa stay by his side without fail. They've already proven their commitment, and I couldn't be more proud. So, excuse me. Let's raise our glasses. I love you, Lou. And Travis, you've made it very easy for a father to love a son-in-law. So, here's to endless love, commitment, and courage. And may they be the foundation of a long, happy life together.
Thank you, Dave. And now to offer the next toast, we turn the microphone over to Travis's dad. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gary Johnson.
Big G. I'm going to give it hell. What a beautiful day to come to this wonderful wedding. Travis and Alyssa. It all started in 1983. What for Travis? Growing up into a fine young man, football, fire academy, your place on the ridge. Roommates coming and go, a lot. One of them bringing Alyssa into your life. Thank you, I know who you are. It took a while before Travis would bring her around to meet Mom and Dad. And, but it has all led us up to this day, a beautiful bride and groom. One thing I want to reflect back on, after he brought her to our home, I think it was the second time, and Alyssa and I were in the kitchen drinking wine together, and she turned to me and she goes, you know, I really love Travis, and I really want to marry him. And I thought, oh yeah, sure, yeah, young kid. And so at that point I just said, great. Anyway, this turned into a beautiful bride and groom. Alyssa, welcome to our family. We do love you so much. So let us toast to Travis and Alyssa and wish them a wonderful future together forever. Amen.
Thank you, Gary. Before we turn the microphone over to our maid of honor, you all know that this originally was scheduled for April 19th. And so most of the people were still able to make it, which was terrific, but a couple of people were not able to make it today, and even those who weren't here were thinking about you. So Travis and Alyssa, this message came in for you today, and I thought you would want to hear this. This is from your aunt and uncle, Travis.
This is Uncle Mike. And Aunt Pat. Congratulations, Travis and Alyssa, on this incredible day. We're so happy for you.
And we're really sorry that we can't be there to share this with you in person, but we are with you in spirit. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful marriage. We love you.
We love you.
And?
Happy wedding day. This is your cousin Sarah. I wish I could share in your big day. Congratulations. I can't wait to be able to celebrate with you both in person.
So all over the place, people are thinking about you, so those messages came in from you. For you now, for our maid of honor, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chrissy Navarrete. Woo!
Hello. As most of you guys know, I'm Chrissy, Alyssa's sister. And I first wanted to start out by welcoming everyone to Alyssa and Travis's wedding, part 2. And I also wanted to take the time to just thank you for asking me to be your maid of honor. And I can't tell you what an honor it is to stand up next to you. And I look forward to watching your guys' family grow and whatever else you guys decide to throw at us. So I originally started my speech actually before you guys were. Oh, hi, Ethan. Before you guys were even engaged, because I knew early on that we'd end up here today. But at 9 o'clock the other night, I decided that I wasn't going to go with that anymore. So instead, I Googled a couple poems that I thought might represent your guys' relationship. And I found one. And I copied and pasted it, and I didn't copy the title and the author, so I don't know who it's by. So here goes. Since times of old, a man so tall will lean upon a woman small. Since first they met and their paths did cross, they've tried to capture time that's lost. By the grace of God, each day anew, their strength combined is more than 2. He's keen of eye and sure of foot, yet she sees things he overlooks. As they maneuver around that iceberg's tip, she lights the way and he guides the ship. And I thought that couldn't be more true, especially if you know Alyssa. I just wanted, I lost where I was. Your relationship has been full of adventures and many twists and turns, from summer days on Blue Boat to a wedding in the hospital chapel. Your love of one another has never dwindled, and it has always prevailed. I wish you a very happy future and a sudden change of luck. So here's to Alyssa and Travis.
So before we bring the best man up, you know, we were missing one of the bridesmaids today, and you didn't think, Alyssa, that Crystal would forget you today, I'm sure, and she has not. So this is for you.
Hey Alyssa, it's Crystal. Just wanted to wish you and Travis a very big congrats on your special day. I'm so sorry I couldn't be here today, especially since you know I had prepared some super sweet dance moves. But I'm really happy I was able to be a part of the ceremony in April. And I just want you to know how thankful I am to have you in my life and how much your friendship means to me. Congrats again, you two. Love you and enjoy the celebration.
And that's for Crystal from Hawaii. So to offer the final toast this evening, we turn the microphone over to Travis's twin brother. Please welcome Tucker.
Hello. My name is Tucker Johnson, and for those of you who do not know me, I am Travis's twin brother. We are not identical. So I'm the last act of the evening here. After that, I promise the bar is still open, and I'll let you guys get back to it. I was just sitting over there, and this kind of speaks to the couple that Travis and Alyssa is. That, I mean, they're just really down to earth. They know how to have fun. They don't take themselves too seriously. And they could have made this say A and T, but instead it says T and A. It would have been an easy fix. Anyways, I'm getting off track. I'm sorry. So I've known Travis for around about 30 years. It was supposed to be, so there ain't nothing subtle about Travis. I've known Travis about 30 years now. Most of my life. I like to refer to those first 6 minutes as the best 6 minutes of my life. growing up, we were very different. We never really got along, which is more to say we hated everything about each other for a good chunk of our lives. That's okay, I forgive him. I think he sees the error in his ways now. It took a little bit of growing up, and it took me moving a few states away, I think. A little bit of maturing on both of our parts to realize that the important thing in life is that we surround ourselves with a loving family. Today we get to be here to witness Travis and Alyssa starting their very own chapter, Grass Valley chapter of the Johnson Loving Family. I'm not going to tell a bunch of ridiculous stories about Travis here. I'm not going to give any cheesy advice because I really don't know what I'm talking about anyway. I got married to my lovely wife a year and a half ago. Shit. She'll let me know if I'm wrong on that. It'll be 2 years in August, says Alyssa. And obviously I'm not well qualified to give advice to this couple. So I'm going to read a passage from somebody who is. Somebody much wiser than me a long time ago wrote about love. He says, love is patient, love is kind. And this is chapter 13, Anthony. 13, not 14. Nope. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. I probably shouldn't walk in front of you guys. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Travis and Alyssa are starting their own loving family, and they each bring their own particular brands of love into this. And that's what's beautiful about it. It's two halves coming together to make a whole. Travis is one of the most loyal people that I know. If you're a friend or family, he will drop whatever he's doing to come help you out. He may not always be able to afford the bail, but he'll come visit you in your cell. And he does it, he doesn't do it so that he can brag about it. He doesn't do it and say, look at me. Because love is not prideful. Love does not boast. He doesn't do it so he can hold it over your head either. Love keeps no record of wrongs. Alyssa, your turn. Alyssa's one of the sweetest people I know. I told her the other day, I said, Alyssa, you need to stop being so sweet. You're going to give me diabetes. It's not good for either one of our healths. Love is patient. Love is kind. She puts up with him. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. This is what Alyssa brings to the table. And together, they get to come together and join their own family, make their own family. And as has been alluded to by other speakers and many of you tonight, maybe that family will grow. Maybe that family will grow into its own culture and its own culture of love. And I have no doubt that Travis and Alyssa are well equipped to bring up a loving family around them. So as we move forward, I just want to take a minute to thank Travis and Alyssa. Thank Travis for asking me to be his best man. Although I'm his twin, so I was kind of a shoo-in. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of you. I'd like to thank the people that showed up yesterday and worked all day in the sun just to put together these lovely tables, these lovely settings, to make the food. Who've been working, Alyssa and her harem of girls that have been working tirelessly on doilies and ribbons and smelly things. I'm not even sure. And they had a dance party at midnight. And I'd also like to take a moment to thank those of you that have traveled long distances to be here. And I think that's really important because it shows the level of dedication that people have. And each one of these people here are making a small investment into your future. It's kind of a big deal. Like, I just want to sit on that for a second, because it's kind of a big deal. And I don't say that to like make you feel happy. I say that because don't screw it up. So, with that, I just want to close by saying, I think Travis and Alyssa have already proven this in their own lives, but I have no doubt that in the future we're going to see them continue down the road of love. And I'll just close by saying, love always protects, love always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. And I think already in the 2-3 years that you've known each other, you have a love that's persevering and a love that's enduring. And I look forward to celebrating many anniversaries and seeing lots of little Johnsons running around. So, with that, Little Johnson. With that, I'll ask you to raise your glasses in a toast. To Travis, to Alyssa, and to love. Cheers.